Alright, I thought because I hope to be able to recharge this camera that I'd take another video. Show you around a little bit for the area. So this here is the tree from the Squirrel video. That's where I was sitting, and up there I thought that was a acceptable place to place my tent. It's actually pretty good, except for this side, where it so it leans over, and these trees are kind of close. But this material is pretty good to deal with scratches from pine, but if I had the more spacious place that was also flat, like that would be better. Yeah, a little pine tree here as well. I have a little pine tree here as well. And not too much space around, but all I need is around like 8 feet. And then it's good. I haven't really explored this area behind, but it's basically pine trees and moss and some leaves, which up until somewhat recently have been, I think, pretty rare to see. I also, when I mentioned a mosquito in the last video, I said that like they're rare. That may well have been the first mosquito I ever saw that was actually on me, because it's been pretty cold over here in Newfoundland, don't you know? So, so down this way, we're standing pretty close to the tent. You can actually see, if you see the grey in the middle, that's actually the Great Trail, or the Trans-Canada Trail. And so over this way, not too far, will be the area down to the inn. I plan to stay tomorrow, and further on, before I go there, I plan to go to Walmart. So Walmart, and then swing back, and then go down the hill. I've already been there, so I do have a room. I actually didn't take that direct path up here. However, I took this path, which debatably is not a path at all. And I believe I saw some bear prints down generally in this direction. So that's too bad. But this is the environment looking in. I may continue filming until the camera kind of indicates it's low in battery. Hopefully it doesn't cancel out my video completely. But this is the area I'm sleeping in tonight. It's basically a mossy forest that is fairly bumpy. It's not that flat, it's on a slant. And there's some pine trees around as well. And as mentioned, the leaves. Let's see what else. Doesn't have much of the the beard flammable material around. I have pictures of from other locations, at least one other location where you can see it better. Here's the sun. It's around 6:30. I have 7. But apparently I'm half an hour off, so it's around 6:30 Newfoundland time. Trail. I saw bear tracks, so hopefully the squirrel, which by the way did come back after I stopped filming, comes back again and eats some of this peanut butter that I put out for it. Put it here, and then I tried to get it to come all the way out by putting a stick by it for it to get some peanut butter here. So, anyways, so hopefully the squirrel comes before the bear comes to eat it, because this is like within 10 feet? It's well within, let's say, 10 meters of the tent is the squirrel tree and the peanut butter place. It's not quite peanut butter, it also has chia in it and coconut, so hopefully it won't be bad for the squirrel. See if any creatures with wings respond. They seem to. It was either earlier today or yesterday when I whistled, which is fun. I think it works better if like there's already one present and there's others around, but they haven't choked up yet. I actually don't know that there are any in this area early enough. Anyways, that's a spot down there with the peanut butter, and this is the tree, and just a few steps over the tent. Here's a better example. It's very thin. This is super. Apparently, this is flammable. Like I was thinking I'd get some toilet paper and like surround it with a clump of these, a handful of these, and it would be flammable. Like this is hardly any, but I've seen trees that have a crazy amount. Like it's like if you were in like the Stone Age trading business, like this is what you'd use. You guys might have already seen a video, a picture that I put up. Someone made a rope. It wasn't made of this. Like, so it has some durability and it's also flammable. Seems like that's maybe was pretty primary for people to use a rope, but I'm not sure what like kind of ancient people, Stone Age people use for rope. That's basically it. Around here, you have this interesting looking tree. I could show you the trail as well, but it's not an ideal place to do so. It was actually honestly pretty dangerous today relative to other places on the trail, and it was pretty busy today as well. But maybe I can peek out and show you just briefly without going on the trail myself. It's a little bit downhill, and then I must get in my tent because it's getting cold. With the equipment I have, with the coats I have, it's pretty warm throughout the day, and it's definitely been sunny for the last few days. But it still gets to like close to 0 at night, so it still gets super cold. But I have something I call my emergency hot sauce, which is a small bottle of a glass of Tabasco sauce that I use, and I also eat a Cliff Bar, so that it keeps me warm enough to sleep maybe for another 2 hours, or sometimes maybe longer than that. See if I can make it through here. Oh, maybe this is where I came from. Perhaps so. Oh, some type of creature here. Oh, it is it's like a squirrel. It's like kind of like a wild chicken. Like that. I'll see if I can get better footage. It can be cool, I guess, to take some of the videos. I'm not sure, like, every day I'd be up for it, but it drains the battery power, so I think it got away. Because when people hunt these, like, it may not know, like, am I here to eat it or just here to look at it, right? I think it's up there. There's just a little bit more of the trail. So yeah, if you're wondering about my location, I'm basically like just outside of the peninsula in eastern Newfoundland. Just go through this way. I could manage this, but it would be kind of cool to do like to record like a live video where you guys decided where I camped or something like that. Here's the trail. Have to be cautious. That's the right side where I came from, and then that's further on where you can turn down to town. I turned down to town and I came back, and then went to get water, and then I came here to the spot that I saw, or this general area that I saw. I hadn't chosen a particular spot yet. So this is what the trail looks like. So, I don't know, you maybe should stop watching now. If something else interesting happens, always click off, because probably when I put this video on the internet, if I do, I'm probably not going to clip anything out. Just like a traditional Facebook post. Alright. Now to try and find my tent. Should be up this way, maybe a little bit to the left. Let's see. I see it. There she blows. I might as well, if the battery's gonna keep up, I might as well maybe for the next minute or a half go through the back area that I haven't really explored yet. And then I think that'd be it. Quickly check to see if the peanut butter was eaten. It's kind of not that funny that a bear is possibly in the area, could be the one to eat it so close to my tent. It's part of the story. Understand why people would be upset that no, it hasn't come yet. That I fed it, or that I attempted to feed it. It's understandable that people would be upset. Hasn't had this yet either. Right by the kind of original tree. But this is just part of the story of what happened. Yeah, I guess I'll just tent straight here, walk towards the back of the tent. That is my alarm that I set on like the Appalachian Trail and like never permanently turned off. Yeah. I kind of hope you guys enjoy these videos, because they're kind of cool to make, But like they only make sense when I can charge my camera, and I'd rather try to just charge my camera when I'm actually staying somewhere, so that would only be like once a week. And I'm looking to make sure I have pictures as well. This is just as far as I'll go. As far as let's see. Just as far as I want to make sure I have pictures. I'm looking to make sure I have room for pictures instead of using all the camera battery. Yeah, so anyways, I suppose I'll tell you my plan. It's the squirrel tree, I'm going beyond it. I'm going beyond, continuing down the trail to go to Walmart and maybe the Michael's or Michelle's frills that they have as well. And if they have a library, that would be good too, because I just have to be back at the motel in some way for 2:30 to 3, so that I can spend like the maximum amount of time at the motel. But of course I could go in anytime. I already have it booked. Here is a birch tree. Kind of towards the right side of the tent. I can still see the tent. So that's probably a good rule, is if you're going exploring, first of all, it can be super interesting to explore, especially if the insect population is low or you have insect spray on, provided you're not in the wetlands and you're not getting your feet too wet at night. But you should always be able to see your tent, or if not, have a compass with you, something like that. If you're not on the trail or not in your tent general area. I know, I got lost twice at the same site. Let's say at least twice lost on this whole trip, but twice. And it's not good. It's crazy how it works, because I could, maybe less so with a forest like this, like a thicker forest, I could just walk. God, it wasn't lost. You could just walk in a thick area, right? For 30 seconds, a minute, and I would be very much lost. And if it wasn't for the trail surrounding it, it would be even worse to try and find this tent in a vast forest. So, this area, unfortunately, is kind of wet. Just if I could see those bio prints. Anyways, I think I'm going to go back to the tent and get ready, but that's my plan for tomorrow. Heading to Walmart, heading to No Frills, maybe picking up some Wi-Fi, contact back home. I tried to today. It didn't work out for me. It could be a problem with my phone. To be fair to this motel, I'm not saying it's their fault, but hopefully the motel will work out with the Wi-Fi, because I'm able to transfer my photos on this, my photos from my camera to my phone to you guys on Facebook. So it's a pretty cool feature of the Coolpix W150 that it includes, and probably other Nikon cameras as well. just to end off this video, which must be, I don't know, 5 minutes long or something. So the peanut butter is not consumed. And this one could break. Let's see. Okay. Oh snap. That's what I need. This is actually the easiest one to snap. Look at that balance. This is crazy. I even bend it at the right place. I can't just pick it up. Yeah, this is why you shouldn't leave peanut butter so close. No certainty that the animal you're looking for will eat it. Also, they say don't feed wildlife, because you don't want them getting too tame. Understandably so. I believe this may be. No, this is a moose print. I think this is. No, I guess it is. Maybe it could be a bear print. It's a bad sign. But the stick at least I'll get rid of further. There is a deterrent for the bear that shows right there. That I'm a human being and I'm scaly, hopefully. I don't make Cliff Bars, if any, left. And I have a container of peanut butter. So we'll see. But I don't know, that'd be too much trouble. So let's keep in mind that bears are quite afraid of human beings, at least the ones I'm used to. Not sure where that squirrel went. Super curious. It's the second one too. A little bit different than what I'm used to. Anyways, throw this down here and hopefully the bear will just keep its distance. This is a good lesson for people maybe. Do not eat, even if this doesn't end in a disaster somehow. Might not be joking about that later, right? But you should try to eat away from your tent, even if that kind of doesn't make sense with whatever's happening in your day. I'm not sure what the distance is. I mean, bears and moose, they have pretty good smell, right? Probably. But at least some distance away, it should have been consumed. Anyways, this is the end of this super long video. Thank you for listening. And bye to you.